The USS Doris Miller, CVN-81, carries a name tied to one of the most consequential moments in U.S. naval history, honoring the actions of Doris Miller during the attack on Pearl Harbor. It represents a legacy forged under pressure, and an effort to carry that legacy into a very different kind of naval battlefield. But the real question is simple. Is this the right approach? With a price tag well above $12 billion, some critics argue the issue isn't just how powerful this carrier is, it's whether building something this large, this visible, and this expensive still makes sense when potential adversaries are investing in far cheaper ways to target it. To understand that, you have to look at how this ship came to be. The Doris Miller is part of the Gerald R. Ford class, the most advanced class of aircraft carriers ever designed by the United States Navy. It marks a major step forward from the older Nimitz-class aircraft carrier, which has been the backbone of U.S. naval aviation since the 1970s. According to the U.S. Navy and Naval Sea Systems Command, the Ford class was built to address key limitations in the Nimitz design, especially sortie generation, crew efficiency, and long-term operating costs. But this ship isn't just about technology, it's also about legacy. The name Doris Miller honors an enlisted sailor who became a national hero at Pearl Harbor. Despite having no formal combat training, Miller stepped into action, manning anti-aircraft guns and helping carry wounded sailors to safety under fire. For that, he was awarded the Navy Cross. Construction of the Doris Miller is now underway at Huntington Ingalls Industries in Newport News, Virginia, the only shipyard in the United States capable of building nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. The ship is expected to enter service later this decade, building on lessons learned from USS Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, and USS John F. Kennedy, CVN-79. According to the Congressional Research Service, CVN-81 includes cost-saving measures and technical refinements, especially in systems that faced early reliability challenges. At a glance, the ship's size tells part of the story. Like other Ford-class carriers, it's expected to displace around 100,000 tons, stretch over 330 meters in length, and operate a flight deck built for a high tempo of air operations. It's powered by two advanced A-1B nuclear reactors, allowing it to operate for decades without refueling, while generating significantly more electrical power than previous carrier classes. And that power changes everything, because it doesn't just move the ship, it enables an entirely new generation of systems. One of the most important is EMALS, the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System. Instead of using steam, EMALS uses electromagnetic force to launch aircraft. The result is smoother launches, less stress on airframes, and the ability to operate a wider range of aircraft, including unmanned systems. According to the Center for Strategic and Budgetary Assessments, this could increase sortie generation by up to 25%. But launching aircraft is only half the equation. Recovery matters just as much. That's where the advanced arresting gear system comes in, replacing older hydraulic systems with a more precise and adaptable design. According to U.S. Navy data, it improves safety and reliability across a wider range of aircraft. And that's what makes the Doris Miller more flexible than previous carriers. The carrier is expected to operate aircraft like the F-35C Lightning II, the F/A-18EF Super Hornet, and the E-2D Advanced Hawkeye. Together, they provide stealth, surveillance, electronic warfare, and strike capability, projecting power far beyond the horizon. But the real advantage isn't just the aircraft themselves, it's how they operate as a network. The F-35C, for example, is designed to act as a forward sensor, collecting and sharing data across the entire strike group. That means threats can be detected earlier, tracked more accurately, and engaged before they ever get close to the carrier. And that network is only expanding. Future air wings are expected to include more unmanned systems, extending range, reducing risk to pilots, and allowing the carrier to operate deeper into contested environments. In that sense, the air wing isn't just a collection of aircraft anymore. It's becoming an integrated system, built to see farther, react faster, and fight in ways earlier generations simply couldn't. According to the RAND Corporation, the addition of fifth-generation aircraft significantly improves survivability in contested environments. Defensively, the Doris Miller is not meant to operate alone. It serves as the centerpiece of a carrier strike group. Still, it carries its own layered defenses, including systems like the RIM 162 ESSM and the Phalanx Sea-Whiz. According to the Center for Naval Analyses, its real protection comes from its escorts, destroyers, cruisers, and submarines forming a layered defensive network. But all of this comes at a cost. The Ford-class program has faced criticism for overruns and technical challenges. Early issues on CVN-78 raised concerns about reliability and maintenance. Reports from the Government Accountability Office have pushed the price of each ship into the $12 to $13 billion range, which brings us back to the central question. Is a single ship, no matter how advanced, worth that level of investment? Because globally, the competition is changing. China's newest carrier, the Fujian, signals a clear shift in capability. For the first time, China is moving beyond modified designs and into a carrier built from the ground up with advanced launch systems. Its electromagnetic catapults allow it to launch heavier aircraft, expand its air wing, and potentially close the gap with U.S. carrier operations. The United Kingdom's Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carrier takes a different approach. Instead of catapults, it uses a ski jump design, built around the F-35B. That choice limits the range of aircraft it can operate, but it also simplifies the ship and reduces cost. France offers yet another perspective. The Charles de Gaulle remains the only nuclear-powered carrier outside the United States, giving it endurance advantages that most navies simply don't have. But it's also smaller, with a more limited air wing. That's why France is already planning ahead. Its next-generation carrier, the Pang, is expected to be larger, more capable, and built for the same kind of high-end operations seen in U.S. carriers. Even so, the United States still holds a major advantage. No other navy matches its scale, its nuclear fleet, or its global reach. According to the International Institute for Strategic Studies, that combination still gives the U.S. a clear edge. But the battlefield is changing. Anti-ship ballistic missiles, hypersonic weapons, and advanced surveillance systems are reshaping naval warfare. Analysts at the Center for a New American Security argue that carriers like this may need to operate farther from threats, relying more on long-range aircraft and unmanned systems. So where does that leave the Doris Miller? On paper, it may be the most advanced aircraft carrier ever built, more capable, more efficient, more flexible. But its true strength won't come down to size or technology alone. It will come down to how it's used. Because in modern naval warfare, dominance isn't about having the biggest platform. It's about whether that platform can survive, adapt, and still project power in a rapidly changing environment. And that's the test the Doris Miller has yet to face. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.